forgive me because my voice sounds a little bit croaky. I feel like I've had like 10 packets of cigarette. That's how I sound like. But forgive me if I sound croaky. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are enjoying Easter. I think some people are on holiday, like 2 weeks holiday, maybe school, college, I don't know. But we have bank holidays, so I'm enjoying my bank holiday chair. But yeah, I wanted to share, what was it? I went to a networking event. My homegirl, she invited me, and shout out to her because she made me feel comfortable, because this is the first time that I've met up with her. So shout out to her because she made me feel extremely comfortable. One thing about me I've noticed now, like I get very awkward, or like I get very anxious when I'm around people I don't really know, because usually I'm talking to 10, but I haven't been in a social setting for a long time. So, to have her just, let's go outside, let's smoke a little, or let's have a drink, or she's just checking on me whenever she was floating around and stuff like that. So shout out to her. Also met ATL babe, lovely girl. Shout out to her as well, because she was trying to make me feel comfortable, and she was like, try socialize. I'm like, I'm struggling to socialize. I don't know why I was struggling to socialize, because bearing in mind, like when I walked in I felt out of place because the dress sense in there, I must have missed the memo, because you got like streetwear in the corner there, you got the people that dress like Erykah Badu in the corner. No, this is not a diss, that's just how whenever I see someone dress like Erykah Badu, I just tether them together. Then you got me. I think I was kind of wearing I would call the way I dress, I think is streetwear. I'm trying to be more out there in regards to my dress sense, because I was a little bit timid now, but I'm gonna do that in a different episode. But yeah, so there was like various of people that dressed differently, which I like, because I'm all for people expressing themselves. That's why I have body art, like tattoos and stuff. I used to do tooth gems as well, as a way of me expressing myself. But one thing I can say is, like, I don't know, some people are just giving bad vibes. Like some of the gal, the way they were looking at me, I'm like, shit, you want to kiss me? Because, baby, you're just giving me a mean mug. Because this is before I even smoked. So the fact that I'm fully sober and you're mean mugging me, I know I'm not overthinking it. So when I was walking around, I'm just like, I'm not with the whole mean mug thing. So I had to be like, let me meet my man, because he said he wants to go on a walk with me. So I was like, okay, I've been there for 2 hours, and I think that's 2 hours is enough for me personally, especially if I came by myself. I met my friend there, like I said, shout out to her, because she cool or whatever and stuff. Yeah, I stayed there 2 hours, but she came with some other girls as well. They were alright, they were nice, introduced me and stuff like that. They were okay, they're cool. Yeah, like it was fun. I want to go to more social events, but I guess I want to be in an environment where it feels more welcoming. Don't get me wrong, like it was okay, but I don't know, for me it just felt like it was hard to socialize, because there were like people sitting on chairs and they were like, oh, I'm struggling to socialize, and I'm like, I'm someone that can speak for Britain and be the life of the party, as I said. But this event, I don't know, it had me in a little bit of a chokehold. I couldn't formulate nothing. Maybe I was too high. But some of the girls, the way they were just looking at me, I'm like, you found me a little bit sexy, so I'm going to take it as a compliment, the way you're just staring at me. Because, do you want to kiss me? I'll kiss you back if you want to. But, yeah, it was a vibe, it was a vibe. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah, on this episode, I'm going to be talking about toxic families, because I can't lie, this is something that I've been meaning to talk about, and I just want to share my experience in regards to dealing with toxic family members, whether that be your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your uncle, whoever. I'm here to give you some tips and tricks in ways to deal with them, and you don't have to stay in that sort of environment. So yeah, to be fair, I grew up in an African household, so I feel like my one is traditional, but it's not 100% traditional. if that makes sense. But I've felt it. But growing up in a traditional household, respecting your elders is a big thing, regardless if you was in the wrong. No, sorry. Regardless if they were in the wrong or they did something that's extremely disrespectful. At the end of the day, because they are quote unquote older than you, you need to be kissing their ass and pay them, give them their respect because they're older than you. And they love to say, oh, that's still your dad, that's still your auntie, that's still your grandma, so you need to respect them. Me personally, I'm someone that doesn't respect their elders. But let me explain myself, because I don't want you guys to think, oh, you a little rude, you're rude. No, I don't respect them if they don't respect me. Like, I'm not with the whole, just because you're older than me, I need to be kissing ass. One thing, I ain't finna kiss no ass. Kiss my ass first and I'll kiss yours. You get it? But no, I'm someone like, if you don't respect me enough, I'm not gonna respect you. Sorry, it's not gonna be you keep a respect to me and I take it. That's just not how the world works, and that's just not how I work. As a human being, as a woman, someone that is aligned with their morals and values, I'm just not gonna let someone walk all over me and disrespect me, regardless if you're my uncle, whoever. I don't play that game. So yeah, I just feel like, no, you're just not gonna disrespect me. I'd be so real. You're just not gonna disrespect me. Sorry if you do hear some noise at the back. My heater's on. I was a little bit cold, but yeah. Moving forward now. Sorry. Yeah, a lot of our parents' generation are still stuck in their traditional ways. As I said, regardless if you do something bad or if they do something to you, you have to take it on the chin and go about your day, and that's not something I stand by. That's why I feel like a lot of my family members, we clash a lot, because they always see me as aggressive or fiery, or I have strong opinions, and as a woman you can't be too aggressive. That's towards me, by the way. They'll be like, you're a woman, you can't be too aggressive. And I guess the way I look as well, I got a sleeve, I don't be dressing, I'm not too feminine. I'm in the middle. I balance out my feminine and masculine energy, but I'm more comfortable wearing baggy clothing and going about my day. So I feel like they get onto me proper. And I'm just like, don't be telling me to calm down when that person is just doing too much. I'm not gonna be doing all of that. But yeah, let me even give you an experience as to why I'm just, when it comes to family, I'm just someone that says, fuck you. Sorry, mama, if you ever listen to this, I'm sorry for swearing. Sorry for, when it comes to this, I just get mad passionate. But yeah, so I have this particular family member that, for some unknown reason, he likes to diss me behind my back. But the thing is, he's not smart when he's doing it, because your children, they come to me and tell me. So my uncle, he likes to say very distasteful things. He'll be like to his kids, oh, don't be telling Sade your next moves, don't be telling Sade this, none of your accomplishments, and or don't give her none of your money because she's a gold digger, she hangs around with drug dealers and all of this. And I'm like, hold on a second, who told you that? No, who told you that? So I'm gagged. I get gagged when I heard that. I'm like, hold on a second, keep your money, because I never asked you for your money. Because my thing is, when my cousins stay over, if you're at a specific age, so for me personally, if you're 16 upwards, you need to be having your money. So I always, whenever cousins come over, I'm like, you need to have your money, because I'm not covering your whole cost here, because at the end of the day, I'm still young and I still got stuff to pay for, bills, whatever you call it. I'm not going to be catering to your kids. As bad as that sounds, I feel like when you get to a certain age, I'm not covering for you. And I feel like as parents, I feel like African parents as well, don't lean your child on me and think that my money is their money. We're not doing that. So if I tell them to go to you guys to supply them with money just to help me cover that, then cool. Because I did have cousins that stayed over, and when I say it was so hard just to get a hold of their dad, that's the guy I'm talking about, their dad, just to give them money. And I'm like, I'm not rich. Not right now. In Jesus' name, I will be. But I'm not rich. So for you to, I know it's 2 of them. So I said, I can't cover 2 people for 2 weeks. Like and around that time I was going to go on holiday because my birthday's coming up. So I'm like, I need to save money for my holiday. I can't cover all of this. But anyway, back to the story, sorry. And I just felt disrespected. I'm like, you're my uncle. I don't know why you are saying all these things to my cousins. So now they will depict me in a certain way and view me as a bad cousin when I'm the complete opposite. They can even tell you yourself, I think that makes sense, that I'm a good cousin. Like, I'll make sure my cousins are good and everything, but just don't paint me out as if I'm a bad person. So I went to my mom because I was hurt. I was crying and I was like, why is he saying all of this? And then my mom was just so unprovoked. Like, she was just like, don't mind him type of thing, because I guess that's her sister's man. And she's like, Chat, I don't even want to be involved in all of that. But I feel like when you have family members like that prey on your downfall and depict you as a bad person, I'm sorry, there's no point even holding on to them. There's no point trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Cut them off. That's why I don't even call that man uncle. I call him by his first name. I don't call him no uncle. And family members get onto me and they're like, no, you need to call him uncle. You need to call him uncle. Me, I'm like, no, fuck that. When you don't respect me enough as a grown person, as an adult, because some of these family members see me as still a kid. No, I'm an adult as well. If you don't respect me as an adult, I'm not going to respect you as one as well. So that uncle title had to get taken off. So I just call him by his first name. Until he shows me respect, then I'll add the uncle. Until then, no thank you. Like I said, this thing frustrates me a lot. Like, it's a dismissive behavior. Like, you lots are allowing this person to be disrespectful and not hold, not hold him accountable, or not address him and be like, look, this is not good. You can't keep saying this. This is my niece. At the end of the day, you can't keep doing that. No one is defending me. They just let this man talk his talk and go by his day. That's why I'm like, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Even down to cousins as well. I feel like everyone, the word family, it needs to, like, if you're going to call someone family, it needs to make sense as to why you're calling them family. Yes, we're bounded by blood, but blood is not enough for me to call you family. You need to show me that you're family. I guess that makes sense. Like, okay, you're there for me, not just every Christmas, every baptism, every birthday, every christening, every wedding. Oh yeah, that's my uncle. No, outside of all of that, I need you to check up on me whenever you have time to check up on me. Same, I'll do the same as well. I can't sit here and be like, I'm the best niece or best cousin or whatever, but when it's time to play my part, I play my part. But vice versa now, none of these guys check me. And I just feel like it goes both ways. So I don't sit here and try claim people as my cousin. I always make it known to them, if you don't pull your weight and make effort and check on me the way I check on you, or give you positive affirmations, then no, sorry, I'm not going to waste my time. Like, family comes and goes, friends comes and goes. I know, as bad as it sounds, but when you've been through so much with family, you become numb. Like, especially if you're someone that comes from a very abusive background, or something traumatic has happened to you and it involved a family member. Like, I feel like you become so numb, and then the word family don't stick no more. It's like, it's just a can you call it a name? It's just a title, sorry. Yeah, it's just a title. Like, it holds no weight to you no more. And I feel like I've starting to get there, because I've been through so many trials and tribulations. Like, I argue with my cousins, I don't really argue with aunties and uncles, because please, I don't be giving them people the time of day. Like, you can't warn me. That's the thing about these family members. Like, you can't warn me, because I'll actually come back with fire. But that's not my intentions. Like, my intention is not to be a bad person towards them, but I feel like when you've been wronged so much, I need to defend myself. I need to stick up for myself. And I feel like when you've come from a background that's heavy in, like, domestic, sexual abuse, physical abuse, like, you really do need to stand up for yourself, because a lot of African family members or mums and dads, whenever you go to them and tell them something traumatic has happened, they never believe you. I can't speak for everyone, but sometimes they never believe you, even down to mental health as well. You will tell them, I'm depressed, I'm going through this, like I need you to be here. Like parents, I'm talking about parents now. As a mother or as a father, I need you to be here and nurture me as your child. And a lot of parents like to downplay depression. Thankfully, I have a mom that when I was going through my dark days, she reassured me and she made sure I was good. You know, that's why you see on, I don't know, I've been seeing on TikTok, I didn't know it was that bad. Like, I didn't know people had it that bad. Like, they have a toxic mum to the point where they have to move out and they finally feel at peace. So the fact that we are all experiencing the same thing, where we always complain, like, I need to get out of this house, I don't want to be in this house no more, I need to get out, and then finally when we're out, life starts to feel good. I feel like that's so bad. Like, I'm not trying to diss anybody, parents or nothing, but it's like, you didn't raise your child all those years, you didn't raise your child for you guys not to have a good bond. I don't get parents like that. Like, you had a child, and it's like you had a child for the sake of having a child. That's why I always say to my mom, like, towards my father, like, I can't call him a dad. Like, you just did your thing with my mom, and you just have a child for the sake of having a child, but you don't play the role of a father. So I can never say, yes, you're my dad, but I can't say you're a father because you haven't actively played your role as a father. And then it shows in your kids as well, whenever there's an absent parent, or whenever they grew up in a toxic household. It shows how they grow up, their characteristics, their manners, everything. It shows on your child. And I just feel like, is that fair? Is that fair? What they've been through, all they want is their mom and dad, and you can't be there for them, or you dismiss the way they're feeling. That's what gets me a little bit angry when it comes to, living in a traditional household. Like, you guys dismiss mental health, and I feel like mental health is such a big thing, and people don't understand how big it is, because I'm someone that has been through it. They like to, you'll get out of the funk, but I feel like when being in the mental state, like being depressed, when I tell you, it's not easy to get out of. Like, I was depressed a whole year last year. Only December, I decided, I was like, you know what, I don't want to feel like this anymore. And when I'm depressed or when I'm in pain, like, I feel physical pain. So for them to be like, you need to get out of it, like, it's not good, or is it the devil, or da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, like, it's easier said than done. All I want is just support, and a lot of families or a lot of people don't have that growing up in this type of environment. Like I said, disclaimer, I'm not talking about everybody, because everybody's background or everybody's upbringing is different. I'm just speaking on experience and just in general. So I feel like a lot of people lack that. But yeah, it can be tough growing up. It depends on how your parents are. Your experience can be easy, or your experience can be a little bit challenging. But I want to share some advice for those that are in a similar situation. My thing is, you can take my advice if you don't, but I'm someone that is strong on cutting off people when they are starting to affect your mental well-being, just you being a better person and growing as an individual. If family especially are making you feel like absolute shit, don't waste time and just cut them off. Like, don't feel bad when doing it as well. Don't let no one make you feel bad. Me, I don't feel no type of way. I'll cut you off with ease, and I'll go about my day. As much as it's hard, but you need to do it in order to protect your peace. Like, you cannot stay in a toxic environment forever. Like, you don't need that in your life and in your journey. Like, keep it PG as well. Like, family events, if you go to family events, like, and there's someone that you dislike, try keep it solemn, PG, but even that, don't even attend. Like, don't feel no way, like I said. Also, boundaries. Knowing African parents nowadays, like, do y'all really set boundaries? To be fair, they overstep boundaries well. Let me even tell you, like, even when it comes to weight oh, Sharon, you're getting big now. I'm thinking your back is bigger than mine. So you saying I'm fat? Because last time I checked, you need to check your ass in the mirror. Look in the mirror before you say anything. That's why I just feel like sometimes, why don't you think before you say things? There's little things that parents say or little things that aunties say stay in our heads, and it will affect us when we get older, or we become self-conscious because you just called me fat. I won't get married because I'm fat, or I won't get married because I got a bag of tattoos. I had my man. Yep, I got my man. But anyway, try to learn how to say no. Like, if someone's forcing you to do something, or your family just, I don't know, doing something that's irritating you, just learn how to say no. Say no and stand on business. You're not a pushover. Don't let these people think you are a pushover. You need to stand on business and say no. Like I said, if it's getting physical, like they're physically or verbally abusing you, you need to leave and cut ties and try to reach out to a friend, stay with a friend, or try to reach out to another family member that you know you can trust and stay with. Go stay with them. I just feel like, what's the point of being in pain? What's the point of suffering for the rest of your life just for the sake of family? I'm telling you, sometimes you'll live a better life without family. Maybe, okay, let me break it down. You have your interior family and extended and exterior. So that, I guess, if that makes sense, it makes sense. So you have your house family, so your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, if you have any siblings, your mom and dad. Then outside you got your aunties and uncles. So if it's your interior family, try reach out to your exterior family and see if they can take you in and nurture you, or try de-escalate the situation. If it's exterior, go to your interior, bloody hell, your immediate family and tell them so they can de-escalate the situation. But if it's not getting to the point where it can be resolved, go no contact. It doesn't mean you have to block them, but just air them. But if blocking helps, block them. But I feel like sometimes blocking can cause a little bit of confrontation within the family. So try to find a way to de-escalate it as much as possible. If you can't and it's causing you some sort of mental distress, then baby, you gotta let it go and block them. Block, because 2024, we're not going through trials and tribulations with family members and excusing and dismissing certain behaviors because of the sake of family. Please don't hinder your happiness for family members. If they don't care about you, don't support you mentally, physically, forget them. Hopefully this episode made sense, child, because I'm all over the place. Like, I'm so tired, but I want to tell you guys about my date. I went on a date with my man, and I really enjoyed it because it's not the traditional dates. It was like, where did we go? Went to Borough Market because he knows how much I've been talking about markets, and he actually took me to a market. He took me some ramen spot. I can't remember the name, but the ramen was too good. And then where else did he take me? He took me, I don't know what it's called, but we went to the top, and you can see like the whole of London. I was like, oh, so cute. I was meant to go somewhere else, but we just didn't go there. But I really enjoyed the date because it was calm. And it was nice, and we was talking, reminiscing about when we was first dating and stuff. And I'm like, I'm gonna marry. No, he has to marry me because I really want to marry him, and he's so cute, and I love him a lot. That's my man. He's so cute, and he makes me feel like a little girl sometimes. I love my man. I love you, Jill. I'm always talking about him in every single episode. Like, I don't think you'll ever not hear me speak about this guy because he makes me feel so good inside. Like, he's like my only friend, my only person that I can depend on emotionally. Like, when I'm sad, I go to him and he gives me cuddles. That's one thing I really like, because I'm not someone that used to like physical touch, because no one ever made me feel comfortable. So the fact that I have someone that makes me feel so comfortable, I don't want it to go away, or I don't want it to end, because I'm enjoying myself with this guy, and I want to make a lot of memories, because he's like my first boyfriend, y'all. So I'm just deeply in love. But yeah, sorry to go on a tangent, but yeah, hopefully this advice or anything I've said helps you try to get out of this toxic environment, and just remember to put yourself first, because this is your walk of life. As I say in every episode, this is your walk of life. This is your personal journey. So do things that don't hurt you and ensures your happiness at the end. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.